Greetings, Spark Millie here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod Save Season 2. I hope you are still having a fantastic day / evening, depends when you're watching this. Of course, this is our second upload of the day. If you're loving these double uploads, make sure to smash that like button and let me know down in the comment section below. Also subscribe if you're not already, but let's jump into it. So we did leave that engine from last time, and we got Istanbul, which top speed is important around here, so we could use that to our advantage. Let's have a look at the new engine there. As you can see, 1492. Got a bit of work on the reliability, and hopefully, I'm hoping that when car repair is done, we can improve it a little bit. But let's work on another part here. What should we work on? I think we're going to work on another gearbox, just to hopefully make it a bit more even between our two drivers. So I'm honestly happy with whatever we had last time. I think it was that. So we'll build another one of those. Try and make things a bit more interesting on the equal parts side of things. Alright, so that is car repair complete. We're going to work on the reliability, followed by the performance of the engine. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I think that's a good split. And we're going to quickly refit the parts while I remember. So we'll give Lando the better engine. It's going to be quite a bit better now than Ricciardo's. So Ricciardo is going to get Lando's old engine, so he'll have a speed boost too. But we might swap over one more part as well to create a more even, just because the engine's already such a big part. So we're going to switch over the rear wing. So now Lando's only got the better suspension and engine, but both in quite substantial gaps. So I think it's still pretty fair, and Lando will still have a decent advantage over Ricciardo, but enough. Close the gap enough to make it a bit more of a contest. Welcome to Istanbul Park, or the Chinese Grand Prix in the base game, if you recognize it, if you played the base game. But right now we've just been playing around with setups in practice Q1, Q2. Obviously, I think I like the 98% with all the purple faces, to be honest. It looks nicer. So we're just going to try and do 3 runs if possible. At the 1-2-2 it could be possible. It's only a short lap around here. And 99%, we smashed that out of the park, haven't we? That's probably the best all season, if I'm being honest. But gonna go out here. To be honest, Norris is really quick this weekend. He was almost a whole second clear of second place in earlier sessions. That didn't quite qualify over to qualifying. Qualifying 2 anyway. But Ricciardo has actually had a bad first lap there. He shouldn't be that low, if I'm being honest. We're going to send out Norris on a soft run, just because why not? And we'll send Ricciardo out on a soft run as well. For some reason, he's just not really that quick. So hopefully he can find a bit of pace, but he won't. But right now, Norris is 3/10. And honestly, if we gave Norris the best part in every category, he'd probably be about a second quicker every lap. So I don't mind distributing it a little bit to give Ricciardo a bit more joy out of the car, because it would be very boring for Ricciardo being down in 7th place while Norris is a second faster lap at the front of the grid. It would literally be pointless. But entire purple lap from Norris and an entire green lap for Ricciardo will give us a 1-2. What a turnaround that qualifying was. And as you can see there, like I said, almost a second quicker. And I think I should show this yet again, just so you know, it's still all on 10. We just have an insane car that suits this track. So on to the race. Alright, so we had a 1-2 start last time out and still managed to bottle it to get still a double podium, but of course Hamilton won that race. So we want to try and convert the 1-2 to be a 1-2 this time around for sure. So let's see what we can do. We're going to go overtake and push and start race. Again, team orders were not happening. I only accidentally pressed it last time out. But Lando Norris, here he goes. Can he get a good start? Yes, a much better start this time around. Hopefully, I don't see there our boys will just pull away. Look at that gap. They're going to challenge us a little bit into the first hairpin. Smoke going up everywhere. Far out. That looked awesome. That was amazingly good. That looks cool as. Just frothing over the graphics of the game real quick. But back to what we're looking at here. And it's always the Ferrari, I feel like, pushing the front two. They always get a good start. Charles Leclerc always in the picture. Good on him, I suppose. Why not? If you can get a good start, then you may as well. As Lando Norris out in front, Ricciardo getting a gap to Leclerc. It's sort of party time already, I'm not going to lie to you, 5 laps in. Norris is pulling a big gap on Ricciardo. Ricciardo not so much when it comes to Leclerc, but he's battling with Hamilton. So we can just get Ricciardo to get into the swing of things, start to leave those two cars behind, and he is by multiple seconds. 10 laps in, and we are looking pretty comfortable. We're going to tell him to chill out on the petrol, on the fuel rather, and chill out on the tyres a little bit. No rain today. It's going to be quite an easy race at the moment. It's looking like it anyway. The one stop's probably going to be quite the perfect. Yeah, one stop's easy. And like I said, this is what last race should have been. If we just get that good start, we can coast all the way home. But with the rain and the bad start last weekend, it just did not go right in Baku. But here in Istanbul Park, it is going swimmingly. Max Verstappen has just crashed out, and Hülkenberg, which is a big loss for Red Bull, and they've actually gone behind Ferrari in the standings. So that is massive from Red Bull to be that far behind already. Already so many points behind Mercedes as well. That second place spot, they cannot lose to Ferrari. We could have a massive power shift here. I mean, look at the gap after Red Bull though. Alpine nowhere near. Prema have actually got 10 points. Well, if things finish the way they are, they will with Schumacher. Yeah, I keep thinking that he's a Ferrari, but no, he's a Prema driver. Oh, and Theo. That's awesome for them. Good on them. But in terms of the race, we are just... I mean, what can be said? I guess we can bring him in for their pit stops. Let's bring Norris in. Hopefully get a nice, easy pit stop. Yeah, bring it in. We'll watch on board Norris's pit stop. He's just around the corner. Here we go. Let's hope for a 1.8. That'll be awesome. Yes, huge from the lads. And we'll pit in Ricciardo as well. We'll ride on board his pit stop. And should we fix a part? Nah, no need to fix a part. We'll be right. And now, what do we reckon? Everyone make a prediction what the pit stop will be. I reckon a 1.93. Oh, not far off. 0.6. 0.6 of a second off my prediction. Not too bad at all. As the car passes, but that's just the car lapping itself and then immediately getting lapped again. Good try, Theo. Good try, but hopefully you keep that spot. That'd be awesome for Prema if they can pick up some big points today. And we're on the fresh set, so we're going to go to the end on this beautiful fresh set of tyre. Alright, so with 4 laps to go, we're riding on board with Norris using the great speed manager mod. Remember, link in the description if you're interested. But we've turned down the engines right down. We've gone conserve on the tyres because they were overheating. And mate, this has been the easiest race all season after not an abysmal race, but a bit of we'll call it a loss. Last race we lost ground. We only lost 1 point to Mercedes in the championship, and now we're going to almost double them. But how are Prema going, by the way? That was the story I was watching. They've dropped 1 spot, probably Theo down a 10th. Yeah, it's a Mazepin out of everyone. But that's good for them. I mean, they're already doing better than Haas, who they replaced, because Haas didn't get a single point last year. Of course, Williams did, and that kept him in the championship. This time round, so they're going to need another point, I think, Williams, because Alfa Romeo are on 0 as well. But here we go. Norris will go around one last time here at Istanbul Park for an immense... I mean, it was just all off the foundation of that amazing start he had. Just pulled away and just you knew he wasn't going to get caught, really. Should we see what happens when you pit on the final lap? And we're going to break the game here. This is experiment time. What happens when you pit on the final lap? Let's have a look. I'm going to break the game here, aren't I? Let's have a look. What happens when you pit on the final lap? Oh my god, it's so slow. I hope I haven't given Ricciardo the win. No, there he goes. Nothing happens when you pit in the final lap. Good win from Lando Norris. I don't know why I tried that. I just had a sudden urge of curiosity over me. I was that much of a boring race that I needed to. But a fantastic drive from our boys. I was sort of worried that I threw the race there at the end. I thought, wow, this pit stop's taking longer than I thought. But it didn't actually count as a stop though, interestingly enough. He's only had 1 stop apparently. But yeah, that was... You know, now if anyone had that question, that's what happens when you pit on the last lap, Motorsport Manager. There it is, back on the gold trophy. I'm back on the podium with the Hamilton's back on the 3rd step. Things exactly the way they should be. Lando has retaken the top step after 2 races off it, and Hamilton is looking like he's going to be the main competitor this season. And just for FYI, I mean, said for your information. But also fastest lap went to Lando, who I don't think has got the fastest lap very often this season. Usually it's going to Hamilton or Verstappen, but yeah, we got it this time around in quite a complete dominance around Istanbul. Alright, so on to the question. Verstappen had a race to forget, finishing down in 19th. I mean, we're going to throw him off, try and ruin his morale. We did, yes, gets in. I mean, the other reason he's down there because he DNF, so he's lost 10 morale, and Red Bull are even more scared now, with Ricciardo having a rivalry with Charles Leclerc, which is interesting more than anything. And there it is, 121 points clear and 41 points between our boys in first and second. Hamilton not far behind, but a bit of a gap to Leclerc then onwards. But I hope you've enjoyed the Istanbul Grand Prix. We made it a bit interesting there with a little experiment. But other than that, it was quite a dominant display. We saw the Red Bulls crush out both of them. But if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Leave your thoughts, feedback, suggestions down below in the comments. Join the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.